Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from createafashionbrand.com and fashionserviceshongkong.com. I've been away for a couple of weeks. It was for work. I'm not having fun somewhere on a beach. And we're also moving office next week. So as you can see, the place is a mess, bags and boxes and stuff everywhere. So I'm really sorry. But I am back. We will be doing some more videos. And this week, I've been chatting to a lovely lady called Novelette, who's in the UK. And we got chatting because she reads my newsletter. And we were talking about a newsletter I sent out about the fashion industry in general. And we were discussing that for a little while. And she then asked me a question about really marketing your products and approaching buyers. So I thought it would be a great question to ask or explain on the video. So Novelette asks, how to introduce my product to target buyers, boutiques or shops? Do you have an example how to write a good introduction letter or present your product? Okay, so Novelette and everybody else, there are two reasons you might approach a buyer, two different company models. The first is that, like Novelette, you've got your own brand, so you're selling your brand name to a department store or a multi-brand platform. So something like ASOS, where they have their own brand, but they also sell other people's brand, or Amazon is a really good example. Although Amazon, you don't go through a buyer, but the platform is similar. Or you could be a supplier. Now, if you're a startup, it's very, very unlikely you'd be a supplier. It takes quite a bit of money and preparation to go into supply. But if you are a supplier, please just know that the method is exactly the same. I'm just not going to cover it too much because I don't think it would be appropriate anyway for the video. So the first thing people do is that because you need the sales, you need to get promotion and marketing going, people tend to approach every buyer they come across. The important thing to remember is that every brand, including department stores and multi-brand platforms, have their own customer profiles too. And sometimes if you have a really big department store or platform, you might have the same product but with 3 or 4 different customer profiles. So for example, Selfridges is a really large department store in London, and they have departments for people like me who are a bit middle-aged, and they also have departments for very young, trendy, fashionable, youthful people. Now the buyers, there are like 5 or 6 buyers for each area, and they'll look at different things like brand, additional brands or whatever. But you wouldn't just go to Selfridges and say, I need your dresses buyer, or I need your brand buyer. You'd have to say, right, my brand is young and trendy, therefore I'm going to approach the young and trendy buyer for that floor. Or I deal with workwear, so I'm going to approach the workwear buyer for X age group or customer profile. You've got to be very specific, and you've got to do your research. You've got to assume that they have a customer profile just like you, and if the two don't match up, you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste their time, and they're not going to waste money giving you floor space and doing you a favor if they know the product is not going to sell. So it's just going to be a no. There's literally no point. So the first thing is you need to do some research. Find out what you can about the department store or the platform. Find out who the buyer is for the correct department for your brand, wherever that fits. And then start putting a presentation together. Now, Novelette asked about an introduction letter. That's quite an old school way of thinking about things. But it's, we get taught, you need to have a press pack and you have to do this. Well, not necessarily. I talk about consistency quite a lot, and you have to think about it in all areas of your business. So, for example, If you've got a very young, trendy brand that, let's say, they specialize in streetwear, then you might want to have a photo shoot where people are skateboarding, or people are surfing, or people are doing whatever it is that your brand reflects, who is the customer that you're trying to sell to. If you're doing something, I don't know, that's more fashion based, you might want to base it around your customer's interests. Maybe that's fashion in itself. So you might want to do like a video about kind of a fake catwalk show with your products. You might want to do a presentation that is very girly, or you might want to come up with a press pack. You can still do them, that's fine, but you might want to think about it a little more and maybe come up with a teacup, a floral teacup that opens out with images of your products, because you have a really feminine brand. You've got to do something that reflects the customers that you attract, and you have to obviously only send it to people that would be interested in your customer as well. You also have to think about all the information that you will need. Department stores are only going to go for people who are going to earn their money. So you need to have some kind of level of a little bit of success, or at least good sales figures. They will ask for them. So that's really important. You have to know all the information about your factory and your supply chain. So if they place an order for 5 t-shirts, 3 pairs of jeans, 20 bomber jackets and a hoodie, or whatever it is, they're going to ask, the first question they're going to ask is the price at wholesale, not retail. So you need to know all your markups, all your profit margins. They're then going to ask you about what's called a lead time. So how quickly it's going to leave the factory, wherever your factory is, and get to them. And the third question that they're going to ask is how exactly you're going to sell. A lot of department stores don't buy anymore. They don't say, right, we're ordering these 5 things and we're paying you for them. They will look through your presentation or your lookbook or your samples or whatever it is, and they will say, right, I pick this, 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 and this. But they will have an agreement with you, and it will be written into the contract that's called sale or return. And basically what that means is that you're loaning them the products for the season. They will put it in their store or online, whatever. If they sell it, if they sell one of the products, the jumper, the t-shirt, then you get paid your wholesale price. If they don't sell it, then they will wait to the sale. They will agree that they can, with you, that they can put it into the sale, or it might be in a contract, so please check. If that still doesn't sell, they basically return it to you. So they either sell it or return it to you. You won't get paid unless your item sells, right? Makes sense? So you have to be really picky and choosy about who you approach, just as much as buyers have to be picky and choosy about who they allow through the front door. But like I said, in terms of getting through the door, there really is no formula for that. There is really no best practice, although people will tell you that there isn't. You have to stand out because buyers' time is short. You're not the first person they've read an email from or seen a package from today. You're number 100. They have seen loads of people. So yours has to stand out. It also has to be consistent with your brand, like I said. Think about your presentation just in the same way that you would market your own brand online, or create a photo shoot, or create a marketing campaign. You're appealing to a customer, and that has to reflect your customer. It has to appeal to your customer. Same way to the buyer. It has to appeal to the buyer and their customer profile as well. So really, Novelette, unfortunately there is no formula, but the best advice is definitely research. Do your research first. Secondly, then, go away and put together a video or a press pack or slideshow or presentation that firstly grabs the buyer's attention and is not like the 100 they've seen that day, and secondly is really consistent with your brand, your customer profile, and of course you're only sending it to buyers where it would be appropriate anyway, so it will appeal to their customer profile too. Hopefully, Novelette, I will chat to you a bit more about this in the week. But for everybody else, if you have liked this video, if you think it's been helpful, please like it, please share it, and please sign up to my channel. You might miss out on all my great advice and all my great videos otherwise. And you can also, like Novelette, if you want to send me an email, ask me a question, you can do that by commenting on our videos, or you can get in touch and start reading the newsletter, which you really should be on, by getting information on the newsletter every week that is exclusive only to people on my newsletter. I don't publish that anywhere else. All the details are below. Like I said, please like and share. And if you want to follow, then you can wait till the end of the video and just simply click the follow link.